Greetings, fellow nerds. Welcome to another MTG NerdPhil video where we are playing some fun, wacky, awesome, cool decks and Kaldheim standard ranked. Excuse my voice. And we just climb up the ladder in a fun way. Helps you kind of look at decks that maybe you haven't thought about before, climb the standard ranked ladder, and have fun doing it. That's really important here. So today we're bringing back one of my favorite decks. This is green-white Enchantments, Leslie Enchantments. It's a deck I have on paper. I haven't updated it since COVID hit, obviously, because I just haven't been able to play with anyone, but I imagine this is what it would be close to. I enjoy this deck a lot. I think it's fun. You can get like really out of control and the opponent might not be able to answer you properly. So it's just been one of my favorite decks all around. It has definitely teetered off. It never was like a really S tier deck. I would say it's always been like the BC deck, but I think I always like to include cards that make it just a little bit higher than people expect it to be. So let me show you what I've done to update one of my favorite decks. I don't know if it's my favorite. I don't think anything will ever beat the first deck I ever created because that's just nostalgia. But anyways, let's get into it. Oh, and I forgot to ask, if you enjoy seeing this stuff, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell so you have an easier time finding me in the future, and of course so you can participate in Fan Submission Fridays, where you just drop an Aether Hub link down below and say, hey, I want you to play this deck, and I try it out, get your deck featured on this channel. And the bar's been set pretty high, so if you think you can beat that bar where I had an amazing time, drop that Aether Hub link. So let's look at the deck. Outside of Life's Bounty, great card, 1-drop, it's an enchantment, and it protects creatures, does everything this deck wants it to do. Karametra's Blessing, great card because it's going to hit pretty much everything, all our creatures, protect them. Hexproof Indestructible is fantastic. Sentinel's Eyes, I actually really like this card. We all know Rogues is floating around. Maybe it hasn't appeared as much. I think people are, I guess, sick of it now. But yeah, it's a great card because if it gets milled out, we still get to use it. It actually exiles stuff from our graveyard, so it does hurt rogue decks, but all in all, it's just a very cheap card for a great ability, so works really great. All that glitters, of course. Now we make a huge big creature that usually has to be at least chump blocked. Daxos for life gain, also an enchantment. Eidolon of Obstruction, just I wanted to add more creatures, but first strike is actually pretty good, and the second part won't matter as much in most cases because he's usually dead by then when a planeswalker hits the battlefield. But great early drop for this deck. Nessian Wanderer to get some lands, hopefully not to draw too many lands on a draw step. Rune of Might for the trample and the draw, great card. Banishing Light for the removal, and of course it's an enchantment, so doubly good. Helios pairs off nicely with Daxos and is an enchantment, so really great card all around. Lifelink is also important. Runeforge Champion to get the Rune of Might and makes the Rune of Might cheaper, so great card. His stats are a little bit not... Yeah, I wish he was a 3/3, but maybe he'd be too busted. I'm not really sure, but yeah, he fits pretty nicely in this deck. And of course, 4 Citizen Champions that just get bigger and bigger as the game continues. Then we got 3 Castle Ardenvales, 8 Plains, 4 Forest, 4 Pathways, and 2 Fabled Passage. Let's get into it. You can probably up the numbers of the Castle Ardenvale and the Fabled Passage. I just find this to be a solid number, especially with the Nessian Wanderer, if we get that out turn 2 and just kind of trigger his ability over and over again. And yeah, I think I think this deck could have definitely used more upgrades, but it's still good as it is. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. We've got a Citizen, not a Citizen, sorry. The Nessian Wanderer. Might have seen a little lag there. Apologies. Got a couple things open, honestly, right now. And I kind of want to end this in a fashionable way. So, we're gonna hopefully he doesn't get rid of this card. I have not drawn a land for 2 turns now, so I would need to draw a land turn 3. Looks like we're in the clear. That is good. I would like to draw a land. We did not draw a land, so I'm gonna try and increase our chances here of drawing a land. There we go. Perfect. And it's a... Oh my goodness, that was perfect. Go ahead and attack here. So, tempting it as is to play the Sentinel's Eyes, I'm going to go ahead and assume that he's got some sort of removal in the works, and I'd rather hold up the Karamech's Blessing. Okay, so he did not. He's ramping out. Ooh, ramping with Jund colors? That's definitely a little nerve-wracking. But not the end of the world. So this is tricky. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and if I get my, there we go, there's a land, perfect. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and play Heliod, because Heliod's not gonna be active, but I still get the trigger here. Fable Passage, fantastic. Okay, so unfortunately we are not protecting our Wanderer, but I think that was more than worth it, honestly. I'm not really sure what our opponent is doing, so I think we can slow roll it a little bit. Yeah. Murder Strider for that is actually pretty good in my opinion. I'll take that any day. I'm gonna go ahead and get a forest here. So again, slow roll. So I actually want to do green, white. Don't want the auto tap to kill me. And go ahead and do this. Gotta leave that white mana open to get Karamech's Blessing onto our Citizen Champion and protect her. So, yeah. So, it could be another removal spell, but it's gonna hopefully just bounce back at their face. Ooh, Goldspan Dragon. It was not what I thought it was at all. So they're just playing Jund good stuff. Okay. They are ramping out pretty quickly, which is kind of dangerous, honestly. But we should be okay. Alright. Not a bad pickup at all. I'm going to go ahead. I actually like this play. So he has something. That's important to note. Alright. If I do this. Yes. Because I can play the Ruin for just one mana if I'm not mistaken. And that should be enough to help me out. So I'm going to weirdly put this on the Dwarf, because he can also get protected now by the Karamech's Blessing. And usually you don't need to worry too much about the Citizen Champion getting big, equipping stuff to the Citizen Champion. You just need to equip one thing and then let her just kind of get buff on her own. So that's actually like the safe way to do it, is to kind of just put one thing on her, protect her, and then you put all the buff enchantments on your other creatures. So now that way you've split your threats a little bit. And so even if they get rid of one, you still have another creature that they have to worry about. That's just something I've actually picked up recently. I thought it would be great to just slam everything into one. I just realized that's actually not the best idea to do things. More than anything, you want to trample with all that glitters onto one creatures and then kind of work everything out from there. Oh, Massacre Worm is an oldie but a goodie, I guess. Okay. Still gonna play a little defensively here. I'm gonna let them make the first move. Perfect. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. So we're gonna end up taking 4 still. Oh, they actually ended up not attacking. Okay. So we will Fable Passage. Trying not to draw too many lands here. Okay, so we're gonna get a lot of cool things happening here. Rune of Might, very good. I'm gonna go ahead and boom. Okay, I think they knew. We just had so many advantages. That's what's beautiful about this deck. Once you can protect the Citizen Champion for a good chunk of time and just get the advantages, you kind of actually just overwhelm the opponent with just card advantage. And you know, there are other things I would like to play in this deck. Like, I mean, if you've been long enough, you know what I'm gonna say, right? 2 words. HI. heroic intervention, but the combo does need to happen, and you want to. And with Banishing Light and the Karamitch's Blessing, you have enough protection going on to get the deck going. So I did keep, very risky keep here, especially since I don't have a green source for the Rune of Might, which could come back to bite me very soon. So this might be a super fast scoop, but okay, this is actually fine. It's not the worst thing. I guess Rune Force Champion can go. I already have a Rune of Might, so I'm not too worried. Not what I wanted to see. But at least we can play something. So I'm not too... That's not too bad. I think this is Rakdos, traditional Rakdos. Could be Rakdos Giants. I think it's traditional Rakdos with the Temple of Malice. Rakdos Giants usually wants to play stuff as quickly as they can. Yeah, this is your traditional Rakdos deck for sure. Oh no! Alright, well, we'll offer. Oh man, I would have even enjoyed drawing a white source for the Heliod at least to kind of get the triggers going with the Alseid at least, but such is not meant to be. Yeah, it happens. This kind of stuff happens. Ooh, I really need to draw a land now because I do not want that guy taking off. If I don't draw a land, I probably have to scoop, honestly, because he's going to take my stuff. He's going to sack. Yeah. Okay. Whew. All right. We're in the safe zone. Yeah, and Banishing Light is good because it says exile. It's not indestructible. Indestructible won't help here. So, kind of dodged a bullet there, honestly. Is he going to continue taking 3, or will he offer the trade? Okay, interesting. So again, we're getting kind of lucky, not going to lie. But a green source doesn't even really help us that much at this point. We've kind of already lost the momentous swing that we would have wanted. Sometimes that happens. That's the arena shuffler for you. It's random. You can't do much about it. But you want someone to use some, right? These are just the natural part of playing MTG. I know people say it happens more often in MTG Arena, but I don't know if that's entirely true. Sure, I'll take 2. I'm actually surprised he went for the attack. Would have thought he would have wanted a trade. Whew. Okay. So technically the right thing to do is to actually play the Wanderer. Reason for that is, A, if it's a removal spell, it's fine. I don't have to sack the Alseid quite yet to it. And B, if it survives, I get to play Heliod and then get land, and hopefully you know, get the right mana out there at the right time. So looks like he is going for the claim the firstborn. Saw that coming. Again, that's okay. I'd rather have him do that now than to my Citizen Champion. So hopefully we can actually draw a land. Well, even if we draw a land, I'd rather protect the Citizen Champion with the Alseid. So that's just something to consider. He does not have 5. That's something important to note. I'll take the 2, no problem. And I do want to hold for like a Banishing Light. Okay, we did draw a land. I guess I would do it for green. So I could risk it now. Or protect the champion. I guess I'd rather protect the champion. Could be wrong, but it just feels like the right thing to do. Citizen Champion is our main engine resource, so. Yep, that's fine. Doesn't matter too much to me. I'll take the 2 most likely. Okay. So that ended up being like a net 0. No one really won, no one really lost. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Seems weird to put it on the Alseid, but again, the Citizen Champion will get bigger on its own, so I feel like we should be okay. Oh, there's a banishing light. That's actually important. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna hold for the banishing light. I do want to. Oh well, I said I wanted to answer the Croxa. Now I have my answer, so I'm gonna hold back. Pass the turn. Yeah, no reason to attack quite yet. I actually have enough white to get the Heliod attacking. I'd rather have him kind of do his thing first. And let him summon the Croxa and then deal with it. Because if we do it... Ooh, I did not see this coming. Okay. So, I'm actually going to go ahead and protect. So this ended up working out decently. So for red. So I have to attack next turn, which is somewhat unfortunate. So I'm not really sure how I want to go about this. I think the correct answer then is if I'm being forced to attack, then I do this. Okay, that works out. I want to hold up a card too for the Croxa. That's super important here. Do this. This is dangerous territory, but we're both in like top deck mode, so I think we're okay. So unless he top decked a Crone War, I'm like not super worried. Oh, this might be enough trample damage. Whatever. Go for it. It's all trample. Just gonna go ham. Alright. And I did that because I don't have the Karametra's Blessing, so figured why not. Yeah, it's 12 trample, so yep, that works for me. That might have ended up really just giving us the victory that we needed, because even if the Croxa comes out, it actually doesn't do anything. So Croxa is actually not their saving grace. So I think we're gonna end on a W. Love that feeling. So even though we got a little mana screwed, ended up working out. Okay, so they top deck the land, and we win. Croxa does not save them. I just chuck a land, and I have Banishing Light even, so I will have Heliod active as well. Ugh, yeah, they. Again, protection. Look at our Banishing Lights here, like really important targets, right? Like the Death Touch to keep our creature alive, the Predator to stop flying damage. Wow, he even got rid. Okay, well, I think he knows he's dead because this is all trample damage. So, I mean, is he just letting us have our fun? Alright, cool. Yeah, we got it. So, yeah, again, Citizen Champion. It's your win condition. Just protect her. And let the advantages just be in your favor. Like, honestly, it's like almost better than like your traditional control decks that like play draw cards. But again, this is my personal opinion. It's one of my favorite decks. I just love kind of the synergy of the deck and how it just really, you can split your threats around, and just the addition to trample has been very, very key for this deck. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that video. Again, Fan Submission Fridays. If you're still here, subscribe, like, thumbs up, notification, all that awesome stuff really helps me out. And you know, just I'm super excited to just kind of hopefully at the end of, you know, I might do one at the end of March. I've been trying to do a vlog and it's just been so crazy hectic, and I want to make sure I pump the most important content for you guys, and that is MTG. So appreciate all the love and support you guys have given. Fan Submission Fridays, y'all know what to do. Aether Hope League in the comments. And right now, of course, YouTube is showing a video of my most recent upload, and then right below that is a video that YouTube thinks you specifically like. So go ahead, check those out. Explore the channel. The description also has a bunch of videos. Really, really helps me out. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for the support. I'll see you for your next NerdPhil.